social works, 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 yeah, S works, everyone put it in their hands. You know it's a vibe, they're waiting in line to get up and flood up the stands. Yeah, we in this together, we feeling like fam, it's all about peace, so pull up with friends. You better come through with you and your crew, cause everybody going in. S works, so we keep it lit. You can see how we move the city from the west side to the east. Ooh, you can feel it how we leave through. It's all about the youth. Change the world through the tunes. Make the world to a better place. And S works what we do.
Social works, social works, social works, social, social works, social works, social works, social works. Keep my family out the dirt. This organism.
Sworkshops are a series of online workshops featuring the many incredibly talented friends of SocialWorks. This series aims to inspire and educate, bringing local and national creatives live to your smartphone. They will be sharing and teaching specific aspects of their craft. A wide variety of professions, interests, and hobbies are represented within our curriculum. Did we mention it's a fundraiser too? The stay-at-home notice has students wondering what's to come. For some, graduation and prom will both be canceled. This campaign will directly fundraise a celebration event for those students within the Chicagoland area. Once it's safe, of course. Tune in to any of our socials for one or all of the SWorkshops. You can find the full schedule of programming at SocialWorksShy.org or on our Instagram. Classes start Monday, April 13th. We'll see you there.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm Michele McGuire. Good morning. Happy Friday. We are here for SocialWorks, really. So if you can, please donate. It's a weird time, so let's do what we can to help each other out. I am a singer, songwriter, comedian, and I'm just here to talk about my creative process and kind of how I stay focused, how I keep going, just a couple of tips and things like that. And I'll take questions as well. When quarantine first started, I wrote a song about just quarantining, I guess, just how there were so many things that, before quarantine started, I complained about, and now I would be totally fine with those things because this kind of sucks. So I'm going to play that song for you, and then later in the show, I kind of rewrote it to a little bit like more of a comedy song, just because gotta laugh about some things. Am I right? So this is the song that I wrote, and it's called Go Back. I take the crowds playing music too loud through the night. The full rush hour train in the rain, soaking wet side by side. I gladly accept all invitations, excited to celebrate any occasion to be outside. Yeah, I'd be fine with everything that I complained about yesterday. I think I'd like to have back all the things I complained about yesterday. I love to go back. All right, that's a little snippet of it. So in terms of songwriting, got a slide if we want to get the first slide rolling. A lot of times people say that they want to write music or really write anything, and they say they'll sit down and they just don't really know where to start. And people are always asking me, how do you know what to write about? So I like this quote: music is your own experience, your thoughts, your wisdom. If you don't live it, it won't come out of your horn. I don't play a horn, but my mouth is my horn. We all have horns. Oh gosh. So there really isn't like a right or wrong answer when you're thinking about what to write about. I have days, weeks that I have writer's block, or I don't know, I just feel like everything I'm writing is not that interesting, but you still just have to write every day. You never know when something seemingly silly will turn into something amazing. And maybe that silly thing will change the world. Uh Somebody that one of the members of my band a few years ago, we were talking about it, and he said that you have to kind of go back out in the world and stock up on things to write about. You have to go live and have experiences. Um, so sometimes, sorry, I'm looking at these questions. Oh, hey, Mare. Shout out, Mary. Oh, great question. Do you start with music, melody, or lyrics? Um, Honestly, everybody's different because I work with a lot of, I'll co-write with people, and everybody's a little bit different. For me, sometimes I'll start with an idea, like with the quarantine song that I just played. Obviously, it was like the first couple weeks that we were locked down. Shout out Lori Lightfoot, you go girl. Um, so I was thinking, that was on my mind, and I was wanting to express what I was thinking at that time. Sometimes I just will start playing guitar and start singing gibberish, like just have a melody come out, and then I'll have a voice memo, and then I'll re-listen to the voice memo, and I'll realize there's like sort of a word in there, and then that'll spark something. It's all kind of different, and I don't want to speak for every songwriter, but I do think that every day is a little bit different. Back in college, I would write poems that I would turn into songs. So I don't know. It's a good question, and there's not really an answer. You stumped me, Mary. All right, no more questions for the rest of the time. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, just the first thing is just do it. Like sit down and do it, whether you play an instrument or not. We have some time these next few weeks. So pick up an instrument or learn GarageBand and write some poetry. Have fun with it. Um, but yeah, you do just kind of have to sit down and see what comes to your mind. Also, just don't be hard on yourself. Like, don't, sit down every day. But if nothing's happening, go on a walk or watch a movie that inspires you, read poetry that inspires you. I was watching No Direction Home, rewatching the Bob Dylan documentary a few days ago. It's on Netflix. And that just watching that made me want to go write a song. So, you know, see what brings you that creative energy and, cling to those things and, you know, be creative. Um, so yeah, sometimes it is more specific. I do publishing like for television shows. So sometimes they'll want a very specific vibe, or like a word needs to be used or something. I kind of like having those little restrictions because it's kind of fun to be put in a box and see what you can do with it. I also write like commission songs for this company, Songfinch, and that's really specific. Like people will be wanting to do a birthday song for their friend Tiffany, and she loves the color purple. And honestly, I kind of like doing those too because it's like solving a puzzle almost. But yeah, just don't overthink it, honestly, because once you put a song out there, people are going to take it in a million different ways anyway. So even if you wanted to write this perfect song about like um, one of my early records, I had this song, and a girl came up to me after one of my shows and she said that it like got her through this breakup. And I wrote it about my mom, like just us. It was like a nice song about my mom, but it helped this girl handle an aggressive breakup. So don't overthink it. Cheers. All right. We can go to the next slide, I believe. Why don't you slide? Okay. Instrumentation and collaboration. When the rational mind is shut off, we have the possibility of intuition. So, as I was saying before, I play guitar, which is helpful because I can kind of get a song put together on my own. But if you don't play an instrument, that's okay. Just, you can record melodies, voice memos, just write poems, and then find people that you like to work with, find people that inspire you, find people that don't waste your time and actually, put in the work, and find people that you have fun with and start working together. And I feel like you just have to start telling people that I'm doing writing, I want to start even not just songwriting, like I want to start making, sketches, like short sketches to record. I want to do comedy stuff. If you just start telling people, then it's weird just the way, oh, somebody that knows somebody else and they connect you, and then they produce music or they play whatever instrument and you kind of get rolling that way. Um, so yeah, collaboration is huge. I mean, if you play an instrument, that's great. Again, we've got time. If you started to learn something and gave up on it, pick it back up. Learn GarageBand. I don't know, learn Pro Tools. That's something that I would like to I talk about it a lot, but it's Pro Tools is a thing that, all right, I'll do it. If I'm going to tell you guys to do it, fine, I'll do it too. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Work with people that don't, if it's not working, there's better people out there. I don't know. Like, there's definitely been times that I've spent too long trying to make something work with somebody that I was writing with, that it wasn't happening. So it should be fun and it should be easy. I mean, don't overthink it. I guess right now, let's just do a quick little reminder why we're all here, and that's for SocialWorks. So if you can donate, they've got the prom coming up when they can do it. It's crazy times, and they need your help. They're a great, great cause and great people. Okay, so instrumentation, collaboration. Yeah. Music is better when done with other people. Even like I do improv stuff. That's oh that's fun with other people. I mean, you never know what can come out when you're doing co-writes, like a word, you'll say a word and then somebody else will say something that makes you think of it. And yeah, work together with people when you can. social distancing, you could still do video chats and stuff. So yeah, that is fun stuff. If you have any questions, send them on in. I'm trying to juggle, make sure I'm not missing anything. If I don't get any questions, I'm just going to assume that I'm nailing it and I'm answering all the questions before they can even be asked. So no trouble there. Okay. Next slide. Put it out there. This one is the biggest one for me, and it took me time to learn this. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. I spent many years holding on to songs, waiting to get in a studio and have it recorded perfectly. I don't consider myself a perfectionist at all, if you can tell, as I'm like, cheers, SocialWorks. But I do feel like some people can use perfectionism, but it's actually just fear of putting it out there. You can say, "Oh, that's not quite right," and it's just there's something missing. I don't want to, and I get it. Sometimes, sometimes waiting a little bit and tweaking things helps, but overall, in my life at least, like, you just have to put it out there. My one friend that I co-write with, Marcus, shout out Marcus. I'm sure he's sleeping. Oh, um, he somebody told him, like, if you have a really cool coat and you just leave it hanging in your closet, then no one's gonna ever know that you have that coat. Which, it's kind of just like, if you're writing music or comedy or doing anything creative, but you're just keeping it to yourself, then no one's going to know that you're doing it. No one's going to think of you for opportunities, you know. So just put it out there, and you can always go back and rewrite and re-release. That's another thing that, you learn over time is no one no one really cares that much. I promise. Like, if they love it, that's great, and if they're not digging it, they're not even thinking about it. They'll watch it and okay, they have their own life. So don't hold yourself back. Just put it out there, and you never know who's going to see it or where it'll take you. So that being said, I'm going to put something out there right here, right now, for the first time ever. Practice what you preach, baby. That's what I always say. This is that quarantine song that I wrote earlier, back in March. Oh, those days, those early days when we didn't really know what was happening. It was pretty serious, and I was in a more serious mood then, just thinking like, this is crazy. What is this? So I kind of just re-looked at it yesterday, and I was thinking of a way to twist it to be a little bit lighthearted, or I don't know, just to have a little bit more fun with it. So this is a new version of the same song, and this is me just putting it out there, and I hope you like this new version. Now I'm so used to my couch and not wearing a bra, watching Real Housewives seasons that I already saw, not ever knowing the day of the week, spend all my time joking around with Louise, and Louise is my dog. Well, I don't know how I'll get back to real life after quarantine. I don't know how to communicate outside of Zoom meetings, can't go back. It's hilarious, right? You guys love it or what? Ooh, we got a little Nani. Ooh, Nani, Nani. How do you generally approach collaborations? Who takes the lead? And how do you decide what makes it into the song? That's a good question. And I'm going to go ahead and say I'm in charge always. And everybody else's ideas are stupid. No, I'm just kidding. I think if you're working with the right people, then you all know what the best idea is. Almost like whenever I'm working on a song with somebody, or honestly any kind of project, I'll be set on an idea, a certain phrase maybe, and then they'll tweak it and I'll immediately know like that's better. So I think it really comes down to who you're working with and picking the right people, because if they're good people to work with, then they'll want the best, and you guys will all have the same general idea of what the best is. So that's my answer. That's a really good question. It was a tricky one, Nani. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, you just have to be light and easy to work with. It's it's never fun to have the person that's just their idea is the only thing that works, and they're going to be sassy and miserable. So it really does come down to just you being the best version of yourself and picking the best people to work with. Um, so yeah, so put yourself out there and find good people. So we're gonna move on to the next slide. Just another little. This is a reminder to donate, and also, I don't know if you guys can see. That's high school Michele, and she's balling. So this is me also putting myself out there. Just want to let people know, once quarantine is over, if anybody wants to hit the court, ball, I ball. I'd ball all day if I could. So just throwing that out there. You just gotta keep putting yourself out there. And I'm gonna put it out there to donate. SocialWorks. That's what we're here for. We're here for the kids. So yeah. Let's keep it rolling. Next slide. Keep going and keep growing. Follow your bliss, and doors will open where there were no doors before. Oh, we got another question. All right, I'll get back to the going and growing because we have a question. How do you relax before going on stage? I don't. No, it depends. It took time. I never have had crazy stage fright. I know the way some people have it, and of course I get butterflies. I get a little bit nervous, but over time it does get easier. I try to just remind myself that there's a million things going on in the world at any given moment, and this is just a fun show, and I'm here to make people happy, and everyone's here to enjoy themselves. And yeah, I try to just keep it light. There's nothing in the world that is like the biggest thing, so I just try to remind myself that it's just supposed to be fun, and everyone at my shows is just there to have fun. So it's easier said than done. There's definitely certain shows that seem bigger, and you just gotta do a little pep talk in the mirror, and that always helps. So back to going and growing. Thank you for the questions also. I appreciate it. I wasn't really sure how this was going to roll, and I appreciate the questions. They're really good too. So yeah, rewrite your stuff, re-release your stuff. Like I just rewrote that song, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but just keep making things better, keep improving. Go finish a project that you started years ago that, was exciting to you, but you didn't really know how to end it or how, like, what you wanted to do with it. Just go back to things that, brought you joy at some point, and, try them out again. Also, just keep on learning. If you play an instrument, like, I'm not the best guitar player. I try to get better every day. Keep on practicing. You're never done learning, especially with music and writing, and there's always something to learn. And if you stop growing, then that's boring. So I do a lot of reading, like reading biographies or autobiographies of people that inspire me. And I really like this book, The Artist's Way, uh, by Julia Cameron. Just kind of like a little workbook to get yourself back into having fun with being creative. Also, in terms of songwriting, this book, it's called The Song Machine. It just kind of breaks down like really big pop songs and like how pop songs just started, goes back to like the days of like Ace of Base to now. And that was really interesting to me. And if you like writing that kind of music, like pop music, and the Writer Is podcast is really good. They just interview, people who wrote every song on the radio basically. And it's really interesting to kind of hear about different, processes that they have. Oh, we have a question. How did you start performing? How did you get booked for shows? That's a good question. I started playing guitar in the 8th grade. So I would play like different family parties in high school. And then in college, I would play open mics. So I think open mics, we can plug the open mic for SocialWorks right here. And then I was writing my own music, but then playing just like a lot of cover songs, Johnny Cash, if you will. Shout out to the guys that are putting this all on right now. But yeah, I would play out at parties and really small Irish bars, like on the south side of Chicago, that never really were meant to have music usually, and just, say that I'll play, for just tips or like small amounts of money. And then, once you get, again, like once you start putting yourself out there, somebody's at the show and they hear you, they want you to play at a different thing. So it really all just started pretty naturally. After I graduated from college, I got a band together and we were playing mainly just songs that I wrote and just emailing people all over the city, opening for bands coming through town. And yeah, again, like once you get the snowball rolling, if you're having fun with it and, people are enjoying you, then it just kind of keeps on going on its own. So, but yeah, just start doing it basically. It's scary at first signing up for an open mic and stuff, but once it's done, it feels awesome, and then you're ready to do another one. So, yeah. Um, is the creative process different for music and comedy? Huh. Oh yeah, I guess I haven't really talked that much. So I've been doing a lot of the songs that I've been performing now are more comedic and more into like stage banter for my shows, and I've been writing sketches and stuff, and that's been fun. But is the creative process different for music and comedy? Again, everybody's so different, but for me, yeah, I guess it is. I mean, with comedy, I like to have a definite idea, like for a funny song, like I want to know this is a funny thought, so I'm going to write this song and then build really funny things around this idea. Or if I have a sketch idea, I know what the punchline, I know what the joke is going into it. Where with music, a lot of times my songs kind of go in a totally different direction than I originally had thought. Um, yeah, that's a good question. Again, for both music and comedy, I kind of just have to sit down at my desk and start writing and start doing it. So depending on how I'm feeling that day or what I need to get done for that day, it's probably a little bit of a different mindset. But yeah, just kind of just again, once you get started, once you're in the zone, you just have to ride out that zone and just get as much as you can done, because there's definitely days that I feel useless and I can't even remember how I ever thought of anything. So, when you have those good days, just get as much work done as you can, because those are the good ones. Um, oh, this is a great question. My band, my band in high school was called Virtual Trust Fall. Um, I also I also had a band called Yesterday's Comeback. We played. We had like two practices. I think we learned Sweet Home Alabama, and then we broke up. So Yesterday's Comeback, but really the hot band on the streets in high school for me was Virtual Trust Fall. Virtual Trust Fall. That's how the fans would say it. And I'd go, I say virtual, you say trust fall, virtual. Did you guys say trust fall? I hope so. And I would like jump off the stage, but no one would catch me, because that's a physical trust fall, basically. Yeah, the fans were pretty committed to the virtual part of the trust fall. So great question. But yeah, after after college, when I had a band, I just did things with my name, because it was easier, because I played a lot of solo shows, and because I'm a psychopath and a narcissist and I needed my name on everything. I'm just kidding. Sort of. Everyone having fun? Happy Friday. Um, oh, I love these cutie pie questions. How do you know when a song is finished? Trick question. A song is never finished. No, I'll sit on a song, like I'll write as much as I can in like one sitting, and then I'll tweak it. And I get opinions from people, I'll play it for people that I trust, or I'll send it out and see if I'm just crazy or not. But um I don't I'll play it out. I mean, like, I'll play a show and play a new song, like a brand new song that night, like that I wrote that morning if I have, like two verses and a chorus, I'll try it out. But when it comes to like songs that I'm gonna record, I do like to make sure that I'm happy with, you know, what's written and like, can I use a better word here? Is there something catchier? Is it in the right key? So if I'm going to the studio and actually recording, I'll rewrite a little bit more. But in terms of just showing it to people, I like to just write it, and as soon as it's, you know, at least 2.5 minutes and I can call it a song, I'll play it at a show or play it to someone and kind of see where it goes from there. But yeah, I mean, nothing's ever really finished, and you can always go back and fix it and rewrite it. So, good question. What was I talking about before that? I don't even know. Probably, oh, me. Oh yeah. Yeah. Michele McGuire and the virtual trust falls. So we can we can move on to the next slide. All right, this is just a little roundup. Write every day, even if you're well, I'll just read through really quick. Write every day, stay organized, be light, easy to work with, put it out there, open mics, use this time wisely, remind yourself why you want to do it. So write every day, even if it's just journaling, like, or like write, like crafting a really hilarious tweet, or I don't know, just something that makes your brain work in that creative mode, just something that's putting that out there. Stay organized. This is something that I struggle with sometimes. I like to write things like handwrite songs or handwrite ideas, handwrite scripts on like with a pen and paper. Because I'm a classic. No, I'm just like a grandma, but I don't know, I like it. But I will usually transfer the lyrics into like a Google Doc so I can search for, based on like the words, I can find things really quickly. So yeah, and also with voice memos. Oh my gosh, I have so many voice memos, and I have written in my planner like once every month. It's like organize your voice memos. They're a mess, and it's a lot of stuff. Like even in my sleep, I'll just like sing into the phone and never listen to it again. So stay organized so that you don't forget to finish things and you can keep on rolling. Be light and easy to work with. We talked about that quite a bit. Nobody wants to work with an angry person. So it's all about fun. We're being creative. We're making music. We're making comedy. Why are you so angry? Is what they will say to you if you are angry. Put it out there. It's like this whole thing should be called Michele McGuire. Put it out there. And then in parentheses, virtual trust fall. And she plays basketball. Yeah, put it out there. Do the open mics when things open back up, hopefully soon. Go do open mics, but they're doing the virtual open mics with SocialWorks. That's so cool. Sign up, do it. That's awesome. You really don't know who will hear you or what that will do, where it'll take you. So just don't be scared. Have fun with it and put it out there. Use this time wisely. And this kind of goes with the last tip, remind yourself why you want to do it. If you're sitting and playing Rocket League all day, I love Rocket League, it's okay. Stop and be like, unless you're a professional gamer, which God bless you, you can make some money, but stop and think about how you're spending your days. You have a lot of time, and if music if comedy, if anything in art, anything, what do you want to do? And how are you using your days? And just, you don't have to be mad at yourself, be kind to yourself, but, stop and think, where could I improve and how can I get better? And, it's, you just got to keep doing your best and having fun with it. So yeah, unless there's any more questions, if there's not any more questions, send them in, and I'm going to remind everybody again to donate, 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 donate. Oh, what is the strangest thing that's inspired a song? Ooh, anonymous. The first thing that comes to mind is a song that I recently wrote. Just realized I've got like a deep, deep voice. It's I wrote a song called Chicago Blues, and it's about like loving the city of Chicago, but it's kind of gross at times. So there was one day that I was taking my dog to go to the bathroom in my backyard, and there was a rat in the bird bath in my yard. Like, he was just taking a bath in the bird bath, and I looked over and he was just like splashing in there, and I was like, oh, Chicago. And that kind of started off the idea of writing Chicago Blues, which is on Spotify if you want to take a listen. It's fun. So yeah, even a rat in a bird bath can inspire a song. Hi, Bridget. How do you approach studio work versus live performance differently? Ooh, that's fun. For me, I love live performances way more. I mean, I like being in the studio, but as I said before, I'm not a perfectionist. So when I'm in the booth recording and the producer's like, let's take that again, but with this little difference, after like 10 of those, I want to smash the microphone. No, it's I like live performances because you get one shot at it and you're just up there having fun, and I love interacting with the live audience. This is a little bit strange because I'm just talking to a computer, but I'm glad that you guys are out there. So yeah, with studio just feels a little more stuffy, and like it has to be like tighter, and I'm always happy with the end product, but in terms of like actually doing it, I prefer live shows because it's just flying by the seat of your pants, and there's just fun energy, and yeah. So I mean, I try to prepare for both as much as I can, though. I like to go in with, you know, feeling good about what I'm going to do in the studio, feeling good about what I'm going to do on stage. Oh, hi, Liz. How do you start making a song? That's a good question. Um, it, it depends. Sometimes I start playing guitar and I'll just like start strumming, and then as I keep on strumming the same pattern, I'll just start making up like a da 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 da. This is a weird thing that I'm doing right now. And then I'll just start saying gibberish sometimes, and then maybe words will come out. Other times I sit down with a very specific idea in mind, and I'll write out actual lyrics and then figure out what I want to do. So it really, each time is a little bit different, but it's always really exciting to have an idea, like have starting with like a concept, like that's what gets me super excited to sit down and start working, is like I want to do something that in the end is about quarantine or the Chicago blues. um so yeah, it kind of depends, but everybody's different. I don't know. There's no right answer, Liz. There's no right answer. So yeah, if anybody else has questions, feel free to send them my way. Otherwise, donate to SocialWorks. And yeah, you can find my stuff on Spotify and YouTube and wherever you want. But yeah, overall, start putting your stuff out there and find cool people to work with and have fun with it. There's nothing that serious happening. Just have fun and make great art. Yeah. Oh. Oh, these questions are so good. This one is what? Um, I will. I don't know. I like a lot of. Yeah. I could definitely play a song. I would love to play you guys a song. Let's do it. What song do I want to play? Is the question. Man, um, I don't know what do I want to play? I'll play in honor of in honor of John Prine. I'll play Angel from Montgomery because he is a songwriter that I love, and he passed away last month. And he's kind of one of the first like real songwriters, that would play really funny, like just write really silly lyrics, but it was still making, like, still sending a good message. And it, like, he just taught me that you can be funny and still say what you want to say in a song. So this song is Angel from Montgomery. Ooh, Girls Talent on Instagram asks who's my favorite artist. Growing up, I was obsessed with the Beatles and like Bob Dylan. Right now, I love Lana Del Rey. I love her new record. So been rocking Lana Del Rey a lot this quarantine. But yeah, I'll play this Angel from Montgomery, this John Prine song. And thank you guys for all the questions and for tuning in. I know it's early. If you live in Chicago, that storm last night. Woo, that was a storm. Kept me up. Donate to SocialWorks. Let's throw a really, really, really cool prom eventually. Check out Virtual Trust Fall. No, don't do that. Nothing will come up. All right, so this is Angel from Montgomery. I am a nobleman named after my mother. My Oh man is another, child is grown old. If trees were lightning, thunder was desire, his old house would have burnt down and a long time ago. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster, a rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. Believing it's a living is a hard way to go. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. It wasn't much to look at, just a free rambling man. But there was a long time, no matter how I tried. The years they just flowed by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel, lies from Montgomery. Make me a poster, a rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Believing this living is a hard way to go. There's flies in the kitchen, I can see them buzzing, but I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, and have nothing to say? Make me an angel, that's from Montgomery. Make me a poster, a rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Believing this living is a hard way to go. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster, a rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. Believing this living is a hard way to go. All right. Thank you so much. I'm Michele McGuire. Thank you for tuning in. Donate to SocialWorks. And have a great weekend. Stay safe, everybody.
We stopping no Satan and open, but we call it SWorkshop.